So I remember back in 2021, I told my parents that I was going to drop out of school, right? And at the time, I had just discovered, like I said, the whole entrepreneurship and make money online and so on and so forth, right? So I basically found out that school isn't as important as they claim it to be, and it's not really going to make you as successful as you think, and this and that, all those type of stuff, right? So I came to the conclusion that there was no point for me going to school no more, like university to be specific, right? Because I had just finished secondary school or high school and I was going into the university, right? So I just felt like there was no point. There was literally no point.
By the way, if you're in a rut now and you're finding it difficult to get back on your feet and get back in the grind and get back to the flow of things, I've actually created a program that is going to help you do just that. If you're interested in that, if this is a problem you're facing and you actually need a solution, just click the first link in the description of this video.
My idea to become successful was to make YouTube videos, because I was already making YouTube videos, but I was thinking I would double down on it and especially focus on like faceless YouTube videos and stuff like that, then blow up and make money and all that. And obviously my family said no, right? Like obviously my family, they were against the whole idea. So this argument, this phase, this rebellion, this crisis period went on for about a year, right? And up until sometime in 2022, before I now finally changed my mind, like, okay, I'm no longer going to drop out, I'm going to just go to school and finish and graduate and go, right? And the thing now is, looking back now, 4 or 5 years later, and I, graduated from school. But the thing is, I graduated at the same time I did not. I graduated because, obviously, like I finished the class, I went to the classes, wrote the exams, signed out and all that. At the same time, I didn't technically graduate because that period from that 2021 to 2022, especially, right, I was so, like I didn't care. My mind had already dropped out of school, so I was just showing up just because I wasn't ready to make the big move yet, but in my mind I had basically checked out already. And the problem that created was from that entire phase up until around 2023 itself, like my entire school life, my entire academic career for that period was basically destroyed. Like, so it's not like it was completely destroyed. I still had results, but it caused a lot of problems in my results. Right, so me 5 years later now, being at the other end of it, graduating, I couldn't fully graduate in the sense that they couldn't write me the certificate and give it to me that I've graduated because of all those problems, and I've still not been able to deal with most of them till today. And now that I always look back on this period of my life, I always get annoyed at myself. And you would think that I was annoyed because, I wanted to drop out, I was a stupid kid, and I wanted to drop out for squeeze. No, I'm not annoyed at myself for wanting to drop out. I'm annoyed at myself for not speaking one side. I'm annoyed at myself because I was neither here or there, right? Like my mindset at the time was I want to drop out of school to be a YouTuber, make faceless YouTube videos, be an online entrepreneur, whatever. But most of my days, the thing that even eventually changed my mind, the thing that eventually discouraged me, like I came to, first of all, family was on my neck basically, but I eventually came to my own conclusion that I claimed that I want to drop out to be this online entrepreneur and make thousands, millions of dollars online and everything, but every single day that passes, I spend majority of my time just watching YouTube videos, scrolling on the internet, and playing video games. It was Asphalt 8, and there's this other game I used to play that time. I forgot in Dead Effects, right? So I spent basically that's what I spent all my time doing. I spent 80% of my time watching YouTube videos, playing Asphalt 8 and Dead Effect, and just stalling around and thinking about being a YouTuber and all that. Then 20% of my time actually putting in the work. And obviously you can guess where that led to nowhere. And why it also pissed me off is that period from that 2021 to 2023 or mid 2022. It was like I should have just so that's probably 2023. Like I should have just picked one side and stood firm in that side, no matter what it is. Because like I said, from that 2021 to 2023, even though I was barely going to school, barely showing up for classes and everything, it's not like on the back end, while I didn't go to class, I'm at home, grinding my ass off trying to make the business thing work. I was sitting around watching YouTube videos and playing video games. So I had that realization that I'm probably the biggest idiot in the world for thinking like that, for saying, oh, I want to drop out and become successful, but still spending pretty much all my time watching YouTube videos and playing video games. So the thing just want to say, the reason why I'm making this little video is if you are an ambitious person but you're lazy, just like I was, in the sense that, you know, you want to make millions of dollars online, I have these big dreams and this and that, but your day-to-day life, you are basically not doing those things that are going to get you there. I'll honestly just say you should pick one side. Like, honestly, pick one side and stop deceiving yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being on one side, right? Like, my idea was I'm going to be this big successful entrepreneur, so I'm not going to go to school. But I'm also annoyed at myself because if I had just chosen to go to school, right, and be a normal student, like, that's not a bad thing, right? Because at the end of the day, I graduated having neither of the benefits of each side. Like, I didn't become a successful entrepreneur, I didn't make millions of dollars, I didn't become famous or successful, whatever. At the same time, my school career was shit. Like, I basically didn't even graduate. So it's like I didn't get the benefits of either side just because I was in this weird middle. So I'm going to tell you to pick one side. If you are ambitious and you actually, you know, who wants to be successful and you're better than everybody else, whatever, then actually prove it, right? Like, do what has to be done. Prove the fucking thing. Like, stop deceiving yourself, right? You can't be claiming you're ambitious, you can't be claiming you're serious, you can't be claiming you have all these big dreams, but yeah, you spend all your time just, you know, watching YouTube or scrolling social media or playing video games or whatever random bullshit you're doing. And at the same time, it's okay to be like a normal person as well. The problem is, like, a lot of us who claim, you know, have that big ambitious mindset, but yes, we end up acting like normal people, right? Just lean into being a normal person completely, right? You know, do normal stuff people do. Normal people watch Netflix, so, you know, watch your Netflix and be happy. Normal people go out to parties and socialize, you know, go out to parties and socialize and be happy. Normal people who have like normal jobs, you know, get a job, graduate from school and be happy. Like, there's nothing wrong with that part. You just want to realize that each of these two parts have their own pros and cons, right? They have their own benefits and punishments, basically. So being the successful, ambitious, whatever, maybe make a lot of money and all that. But the consequence of that is you might not have maybe spend as much time with your friends, might not have as much free time as you would love to. You might have to be working 24/7, might have to suppose your ass off, might not be fortunate to buy to buy clothes or stuff, might not be fortunate to buy all that stuff, right? But the good side is maybe you make a lot of money and become successful. While on the other hand, being a normal person, yes, you might not be able to buy fancy clothes or make a lot of money, but at least you have life experience. You know, you get to hang out with friends and go for parties and, you know, basically just live like a normal human being. So if you're ambitious but lazy, I'm not here to give you tactics like, oh, you know, wake up early or chunk your goals. Like, fuck all that shit, bro. There's a billion videos that will teach you that somewhere. What I will just ask of you is pick one side and stop bullshitting yourself. Honestly, like, just pick one side. Stop being a hypocrite. If you're going to actually be an ambitious person, be an ambitious person. Like, actually prove it in your actions. It's not just by saying it or thinking about it or dreaming about it like I used to. Prove it in your actions. Work your ass off. Work very hard. You know, make the sacrifices, make the commitments, and do it. And if you're not going to be that and you're just going to be an average person, then maximize that as well. Watch as many Netflix shows as you can, right? Like, because there are a lot of times I'll get maybe into conversation like a girl, for example, and it's hard to even spark small talk because I don't even know all these trending things, right? I don't know which movie to talk about except the really weird niche cartoons I like watching. I don't know which movie to talk about, basically. I don't know, you know, the latest social media gist, right? I don't know, you know, what the latest music is or all these basic things that an average person would know. But at the same time, I'm still not successful. So, like, I did not make millions of dollars. So it's like you lost on both sides, basically. You basically lost on both sides. So my argument isn't like pick one side, bro. Pick one side. That's the thing I'm angry at myself about. I'm not angry at myself for wanting to drop out of school. Like, looking back, maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know. But I'm pissed at myself for not being serious with whichever side they picked, right? As long as I decided to drop out, I should have actually like worked my ass off and, you know, be committed to that part. And if I decided to even go to school at all, I should have actually be committed to going to school, because it's either I would have ended up graduating with like a reasonably good degree or grade or whatever, and, you know, life would be good. Or on the other hand, I would have built a $1 million business or be famous or whatever, life would be good as well. But because I didn't commit to this side, I didn't focus on actually working very hard to build the business. I didn't focus on being serious in school. Like I basically just ended up in this weird middle where I basically got both of the downsides of these two parts, but none of the upsides, right? Like I still had to write exams, I still had to participate in classes, I still had to, feel the stress of being a student, and at the same time I still had to post hundreds of videos that basically got no views and feel the stress of being a YouTuber, but basically neither of the upsides. So pick one part. If you're ambitious but you're a lazy fuck, pick one side. Like look yourself in the mirror and just ask like, what do I really want? And it's okay to like basically choose the thing that will make you look weak or look unserious, right? Like if at the time I had just chosen that, okay, I'm going to be a student, I would have graduated by now. And if I decide to start my success or entrepreneurship journey today, like I'm not too late, right? So it's the same thing if you decide to just be a normal person and go to parties and hang out with friends and whatever, like nothing wrong with it, but just stick to the path so you get both the benefits and the consequences. Because if you're not serious with it, you just end up in this middle where you just get all the consequences but none of the benefits. So pick one side.
By the way, if you're in a rut now and you're finding it difficult to get back on your feet and get back in the grind and get back to the flow of things, I've actually created a program that is going to help you do just that. If you're interested in that, if this is a problem you're facing and you actually need a solution, just click the first link in the description of this video.